you know, when you get around the holidays, you don't want to be negative, so there's not a whole lot I could say right now that's going to come out of my mouth that's not going to be negative. So I'll accept any questions right now.
Is it frustrating seeing your team have so many turnovers?
It's ridiculous. It's just flat ridiculous that we don't value the basketball any better than we do, and we don't rebound it any better than we do, and we don't have an understanding that if you do this in Big 12 play, you're buried and have no opportunity to escape it. You know, it's a matter of respecting the game and coming ready to play, and you know, when you could look at two or three things here. You don't score for 6 minutes, and give Morgan State credit, but it wasn't what they were doing. It was us throwing the ball all over the gym and not taking care of the basketball. I think at the first media timeout we had 6 or 7 turnovers, and you can look that we got 11 offensive boards, they got 13, and you could look that we shot 5 free throws, and that kind of tells you how ready we were to play tonight.
Did you anticipate them being as physical as they were on really both ends of the floor?
You know, not to take anything away from Morgan State, I didn't think they were very physical. It's not even a shade of what you're going to get in Big 12 play. I think our inadequacies were exactly that, our inadequacies in not being mentally ready to play, and not. There were times we dribbled down the floor and there wasn't anybody within 7 feet of us, and we dribbled off our leg and dribbled out of bounds. So, you know, I guess you could give Morgan State credit, but I think a lot of the mistakes we made were unforced errors and concentration errors.
What will be the emphasis between now and Saturday?
I'm going to toughen some people up. And I'm going to get us where we respect the game, and I'm going to get us where we can start a ball game. You know, we played North Carolina tough, but we're down 10-0. You know, that's too big a hole to dig yourself out of. We start today not scoring for 6 minutes, and I believe we're down 5-0 during that time. So, you know, we've got to get some people's attention and get us where we're ready to start a basketball game when the ball goes up in the air. Because you don't do that in later times, it's not going to be a good situation.
How big of an asset is it having Brittany Atkins back these last few games?
You know, Brittany shot the ball pretty well. I thought she was careless with the ball tonight with 3 turnovers, but she has shot the ball well. She got out and ran the floor pretty well in the second half, and she's been pretty effective from the 3 line, and she's done a pretty good job defensively as well. So we've really put her on one of the 2 top offensive players on the other team. So it's been a big plus to get her back.
What do you think of Brittany Barnes' play tonight coming back from injury?
You know, 14 points, but she had 5 turnovers, very careless with the basketball. You know, I'll be honest, I wasn't really impressed with anybody that played for us tonight. I know it seems highly negative, but I mean, I can't spin it. I'm not very good at spinning things and making them what they aren't. I mean, what you see is what you get. I'm going to tell you the way it is, and it wasn't very good tonight.
When Big 12 play rolls around, do you think it would be an advantage to have a player with size like Liz to have the ability to step out and shoot threes on occasion?
You know, Liz can stretch a defense out, and when we were tied today, she hit a couple threes that kind of broke the game open a little bit, and Liz has the ability to shoot and make shots, and we probably need to get her more shots than what we're doing right now. We got to get her more touches and get her more attempts.
Your big girls seemed at times like they were showing a lot of potential inside, especially, you know, with the advantage of points in the paint.
I thought Kaylee Jensen did a nice job of burying people down in the second half. We talked to our post players about when we reverse the ball, do your work before the pass comes and get somebody buried down deep. And I thought Kaylee was very coachable and listened to that. And we got to get the rest of our posts doing that as well. Guys, have a good Thanksgiving.
What was the reason? I mean, just not taking your opponent serious, or just not ready to play in general?
I mean, I don't think it was that. I just think that, like they were saying in the locker room, we need to get ourselves ready to play, and we need to come out and play hard, all of us as individuals. I just think we weren't on the same page, and we didn't come out and play hard like we should have.
Do you expect the game to be as physical as it was? 'Cause I think there was like 6 jump balls in the first half.
I mean, watching film on them, I mean, they're a pretty scrappy team, but 6 jump balls in the first half, I mean, that's kind of a lot to me. But, I mean, we should have came out there ready to play. Most of them was from turnovers from us. So, I mean, we should have just came out there more focused than we were.
Was their defensive pressure frustrating to you guys at all?
Yeah, that's why we looked so bad in the beginning. I mean, we didn't even know what they were running. We didn't know if they were in man or zone or matchup. We kind of I think it just got us flustered, so we all just kind of ran around, didn't know what to do. That's why we had so many turnovers and obviously didn't start the game like we should have. So, yeah, I think it got us frustrated.
What did Coach say at halftime?
That we need to pick it up or we'll be throwing up tomorrow, basically. So we're going to run a lot tomorrow anyway. So, but that's basically what he told us. If we don't pick it up, we're going to be practicing the rest of the week. So we're going to be running a lot. That's all I got to say.
Did it take you a little bit to get back into the flow of the game after missing Saturday?
Yeah. Well, not really, I guess. I was like everybody else. I didn't come out and play as hard as I could have in the first half. I guess I didn't get myself prepared as well as I should have before the game. But I don't think it had anything to do with me missing the game last week.
When you may not be shooting well, as you normally do, how important is it to get your teammates involved?
It's really important for me just because if I'm missing, somebody else is going to be making. So if I'm off, Britt, obviously, she's been hitting all her shots. So it's good to have everybody else make shots and be able to, get everybody involved.
Anything else? Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.